très heureux d'être parmi vous aujourd'hui. L'année dernière, le 6 juin, nous avons commémoré, l'Admiral Prazuck et moi-même, le débarquement du Normandie. Aujourd'hui, c'est dans cette Bretagne, région au passé maritime riche, qu'on sont devenus bâtissons l'avenir. Peut-être en anglais, s'il vous plaît. 8 years ago, at Lancaster House, the UK and France made a historic agreement to improve our collective defence capability by working more closely together, and we reaffirmed that this year at Sandhurst. A central component of that agreement was the formation of our combined joint expeditionary force, a credible mix of French and British units capable of rapidly deploying to a broad range of potential tasks, be that on a bilateral basis or as part of a wider European, NATO or United Nations mission. And it's the realisation of that concept over the last few years that we see here today on board Tonnerre and ashore in Quiberon. When you think about it, it's something that makes absolute sense. Why did we not do this before? Because the world knows that our navies, our armies, their amphibious forces share a long and distinguished history. Maybe not always on the same side, and there's history here off the coast of Quiberon, as you all know. But for centuries, our two navies have been plying their trade around the world's oceans, and today have amazingly similar capabilities, and that's plain for all to see. And so cooperation between Europe's two greatest navies is not just something we do out of necessity, it's something we have become very familiar with doing because it works to our mutual benefit, and we see ourselves as partners of choice. And of course, all our allies and partners who watch us doing this equally stand to benefit from our two navies working closely together. But as we've seen today, and I'm so pleased it's formed a key part of the demonstrations and the explanation by the commanders of exercise Catamaran, the key to true joint expeditionary capability is interoperability. And not just between our ships and equipment, but also between our people that need to understand how we work, how we fight. Because understanding each other's capabilities and limitations, understanding each other's tactics and procedures, understanding how we interpret doctrine and rules of engagement will enable us to fight together from the moment we start. So we have to do these exercises. We have to get individuals, subunits, units and formation headquarters to learn from each other and to adapt to each other, and to look at where we do things differently and where that complements, so well described by Colonel Dan this morning on the beach, such that we can have the best possible force ready to deliver operations from day one of a future operation. And that's why I've been so encouraged by what I've seen here today. And I'm hugely grateful to Admiral Prazuck and to all the Marine Nationale for not just hosting the British here today so effectively, but in making exercise Catamaran a worthwhile, credible and significant exercise which points to our future operating capability next year. I think we can all be encouraged that what we've seen today makes this not only a valuable exercise, but the kind of thing we must keep doing together. Thank you very much.
Messieurs les députés, messieurs les sénateurs, monsieur l'ambassadeur, messieurs les officiers généraux, mesdames, messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, je vous présente le lieutenant-colonel Rob Simons, des Royal Marines, qui est affecté dans mon cabinet, qui est chargé des questions de stratégie et de politique. Il est l'incarnation de la relation permanente, continue, entre la Royal Navy et la Marine nationale. You don't have to translate that, Rob. Amiral, cher Philippe, d'abord merci d'avoir rappelé l'enracinement de la relation franco-britannique dans l'histoire, ici même en baie de Quiberon, où en 1795 eut lieu déjà une tentative de débarquement britannique. L'histoire nous a montré ensuite que les débarquements réussissent mieux lorsque nous sommes tous les deux du même côté.
Admiral Philip, firstly I wanted to thank you for recalling the historical roots of our Franco-Britannic relationship. In 1795, even where we stand here in Quiberon Bay, the British attempted an amphibious landing, but I think history will show us that we do this better when we do it together.
Notre rivalité militaire multiséculaire, puis notre alliance fidèle, constante, depuis plus d'un siècle, ont façonné notre excellence militaire, notre culture expéditionnaire, notre goût du large, notre goût du risque, lorsque la cause est juste.
Our military rivalry over many centuries has been followed by more than 100 years of a very strong and constant alliance, which has shaped our military excellence today. Our expeditionary culture, our appetite for risk and for the open seas, particularly when the cause is just and right.
Aujourd'hui, il n'y a pas deux pays au monde dont les intérêts, partout dans le monde, sont plus proches. Des Antilles à l'Afrique de l'Ouest, du Grand Nord à l'Indo-Pacifique, ces responsabilités, nos deux marines les portent. Il y a un mois, nous étions ensemble au large de la Syrie.
Today, there are no two countries in the world whose global interests are closer aligned. From the West Indies to West Africa, from the far north to the Indo-Pacific, our two navies shoulder the burden of national responsibility. A month ago, we were together off the coast of Syria.
Il y a un mois, nous étions au large de la Syrie. Nous sommes aujourd'hui ensemble en mer de Chine méridionale. Nous sommes ensemble pour mettre en œuvre des sous-marins nucléaires et pour veiller sur la sécurité du monde depuis les profondeurs.
We're together in the South China Sea. We're together in our provision of nuclear submarine activity and our assurance of worldwide security, even from the depths of the ocean.
Notre interopérabilité est exceptionnelle. Aujourd'hui, nous avons franchi une étape supplémentaire. Nous mettons à la disposition de nos responsables politiques un outil supplémentaire au service de nos valeurs communes et de la responsabilité mondiale que nous partageons.
Ours is an exceptional level of interoperability. And today we're taking yet another step forward. We lay one more additional tool at the disposal of our political leaders, in the service of our common values and in the service of our shared global responsibility.
Demain, nous approfondirons encore cette coopération. Dans les années à venir, chacun de nos porte-avions sera déployé avec à ses côtés une frégate de la marine jumelle.
Tomorrow we'll deepen this cooperation even further. In the coming years, each of our aircraft carriers will deploy with a frigate from the other's navy in escort alongside.
Ces engagements qui procèdent d'un traité bilatéral et d'une proximité ancrée dans l'histoire, la géographie et des valeurs communes sont durables.
These commitments stem from both our bilateral treaty and a deep mutual understanding rooted in history, geography and common values.
Merci à nos amis britanniques de les avoir honorés aujourd'hui de si belle manière. Une fois de plus, comme souvent autour du 6 juin, vous êtes au rendez-vous.
Thank you to our British partners for honouring these commitments in such a wonderful way today. Once again, as is so often the case around the 6th of June, you stand with us and you are fidèles.